Tensions rose on GB News' Patrick Christys tonight over the uncertainty of Keir Starmer's lockdown rule break. Patrick Christys tonight took an explosive turn as the GB News presenter and his guests discussed Keir Starmer's potential violation of lockdown rules. The Prime Minister has landed in hot water after he was accused of breaking COVID lockdown rules and meeting with a voice coach, in person, in 2020 to improve his speeches. After Patrick asked, why couldn't she have just done her job over Zoom? Political commentator Jonathan Lis hit back, Patrick, I've been doing this show a long time and this is the most desperate thing I've ever heard on this program. However, he was interrupted by Alex Armstrong, who claimed, you weren't saying that when Partygate happened. Jonathan responded, this was 4 years ago. If anyone broke the rules, it was the voice coach, not him. There was a perfectly legitimate work reason, which we've already discussed. He wasn't in government at the time. Patrick interjected, why does that matter? Because you know all the people that got fined for sitting on park benches with a cup of coffee, they weren't in government either. They had to pay COVID fines, and Keir Starmer said, I was longer, harder, faster, never-ending lockdowns. That's what he said at the time, but if you're an actress, you can wander into his office. Jonathan fired back, I don't think Starmer was ever on a pulpit like Priti Patel and Boris Johnson, calling for tougher sentences for people who were guilty of minor infractions to the rules. I said this at the time and I'll say it again, the rules were absolutely ridiculous, they were totally impenetrable, no one knew what they were. They were introduced 15 minutes before they took effect without any parliamentary approval after the first introduction of the permission from government to do that. Totally stupid, and no one should have even been criminalized. Alex added, he also did stand up in the House of Commons not that long ago and called Rishi Sunak and Boris Johnson criminals for their negligence during COVID. So he does associate it, quite clearly, that breaking of the COVID rules with some sort of criminal act. Otherwise, why would that have come to his head? After Alex said, the man is two-tier Keir, he's now four-tier Keir, the man has got to resign, Jonathan interjected, stop trying to make fetch happen, Alex, it's not happening, he's got to go, Jonathan, the public has had enough of him, his approval ratings are through the floor, and now he's the guy that sat there and told everyone else how to behave during one of the most difficult crises.